Hello? Hello, hello, hello. I have no idea what I'm singing. Hey guys, I'm back home and it feels good to be back in my element. I don't know, I can't explain. It's just one of those things like, I did, 2 lives while I was down in Florida visiting my grandma, but, it's just something about this is my space. This is where I do my readings. So yeah, I'm happy to be back. What's up, fishies? Okay, I know, I'm in a really weird energy. But weird energy, very creative, and I have a cool spread that I was just kind of working on after I can't even say, a long tumultuous flight, which is turbulent, and I just want to share a quick story. We're on the plane, I'm sitting next to my mother, and we've flown quite a bit, my family. My father loves traveling, and my mom, we hit a lot of rough air. And this coming back into New York City, it's pouring here, and it was really choppy. And my mom was so nervous, and I could tell, and she was kind of shaking, and I said to her, I'm like, Mom, think about turbulence just as an event that may, or like a feeling that occurs throughout your day, right? Like, let's say, like, turbulence is just the equivalent of a series of really, like, kind of shitty events in a bad day, right? That might shake you up. You might be nervous, thinking like, oh, my boss gave me a strange look. What does that mean? That's turbulence. But we landed safe, and everything was fine. And the same goes when there's turbulence throughout life. And I told my mom that, and I'm not really sure if she was listening. I think she was just kind of like praying to the gods that we don't crash. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. So I created a spread, and it's called the Sun Spread. And it is directly correlating with the Sun card, right? Which is like what everyone, and what I truly feel also, is like the most beautiful card in amongst the major arcana cards, at least, in any tarot deck. So it's a 5-card spread, and I'll basically explain it as I shuffle, and we'll get going. All right. So guys, if this does resonate with you, or you want to see more creative spreads like this, or if you just want to stop and say hello, please like, share, subscribe, and comment below. I always love hearing from you guys, especially my Pisces. I feel like I've grown such an affinity to you guys, and you really are like a family to me, and I hope that I can continue to guide you guys through some turbulence in your life. So it's a 5-card spread. I've already really pre-shuffled all my decks, so when I came home, I cleansed all my crystals and saged decks, etc. So we're all good there. I'm gonna draw 5 cards. Okay. The first card, I'm going to lay them face down, just so I can tell you what they are. The first card is what is clear about a situation. Whatever, think of one thing that's been, either it's irking you, it's the focus of your mind, it's this love that you're trying to figure out, it's this should I stay or should I go situation, like job, etc. Whatever that is the quote situation in this Sun card spread, right? Because we're just trying to get some clarity and some light, pun intended, on your scenario. So the sun illuminates all that needs to be seen. So let's continue. First card, like I said, is what you know and what is clear about your scenario. The second card is what's kind of clouding, let's say it's sunny day and then the clouds start rolling in. What's clouding some of the situation, making it a little bit more unclear, right? Third card is what helps us to see clearly. So the first card was what's clear, but the third is what helps us, right? What's like this external or internal factor. The fourth card is what confuses you about this situation. And then the final fifth card is how to simplify the issue, how to break it down so that we can digest it. All right, let's take a look and see what we have. Okay. The first card we have is the Fool in reverse. Okay. The second card, so that's what we're clear about, the Fool. Second card, what's clouded over, or what's clouding us right now, is the Ace of Swords in reverse. The third card, which is what helps us to see clearly, is the the Ten of Wands. Clearly I'm exhausted. What confuses you, or might be confusing the situation? We have the Queen of Cups in upright, and then the fifth card, how can we simplify the issue to break it down? We have materialism. This is also known as the Devil card. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. We have the Fool. This is what we know. This is what's clear to us about your situation. So the Fool in reverse tells me that it's someone who you may be at a point in your life, or you may realize that you're about to take a gamble with whatever this is, and it's a real crapshoot, right? With the Fool in reverse, it's not that you're blindly taking a leap off of a cliff into the abyss. I think what's clear to you is that you don't know when you're going to reach that cliff, right? Like you may be walking in the dark. I know this is kind of a juxtaposition because this is supposed to be clear, but it's like you're almost walking in the dark, but you know that you're very well aware that you're walking in the dark, right? And with the Fool in reverse, because you're aware of this, you're kind of either surrendering to the idea that whatever will happen may happen. So like you're just like surrendering to divine timing because you just don't know, divine place and time. And I think you're also preparing yourself. The Fool in reverse, for some reason in this spread, reminds me of a more mature version of the Fool, okay? And what's clouding the scenario is the Ace of Swords in reverse. Other than the fact that there are clouds on this card, the Ace of Swords is a double-edged sword. These are breakthrough ideas. These are, again, a gamble. It's a double-edged sword. It may break through barriers that are meant to be broken, or it may completely shatter something that, took a really long time to build and that you were nurturing. It's like, it's a fragile situation. And because it's a fragile situation, or wherever your scenario is, I think what's clouding your like vision and your judgment right now is that you're not sure, because it's like walking on eggshells. It's like if you take one step here, you're one step there. So it's like that Fool walking in the dark, but you're scared to walk one way or the other. What helps you to see clearly? Ten of Wands. You've already gained a ton of wisdom. Ten of Wands is a completion of a cycle. You've already done the hard work. Fire, Wands, that is all about really creating something. Creating something, stability, structure, from fire that doesn't like to be contained. You had to really put some force and energy into that. And I think what helps you to see clearly is the fact that you gained a lot of wisdom along the way, and then you know that hard work may seem, it'll always pay off, I think is how I'm feeling. That's what I think you're feeling. Because here's your 10 wands, but you can see clearly through the middle of them, right? So you split them in half. I think you've learned to work with what you have right now and what you've built. Okay? What confuses you? Queen of Cups. This could be your energy, Pisces, or it could be another water sign, someone with water in their chart, but this is a woman who, there may be a feminine energy who is getting in your ear, or this could be, you're wondering if you want to be maybe the Queen of Cups. Do you want to be someone who, you know, emotionally has a lot of burden? You know, she's holding her cup. She's kind of in the middle of the ocean by herself. You know, she's got this book. I mean, it's like you really are, maybe you do. Maybe you want to be this person. A figure that, you know, people can go to for advice. Maybe you did seek advice from, you know, someone who you thought would give you wise counsel and they confused you. But I think it's really that you're confused whether you want to be this person who is in the position where maybe your advice or your presence somewhere has such an impact on someone's life that like it could like either like kill them or keep them alive kind of thing. I don't know why I'm picking that up. And finally, to simplify the issue and break it down, we have materialism, or the Devil card, number 15 in the major arcana. To simplify this, you need to know that what lies ahead of you, there are far greater things that lie ahead of you than what is behind you. You know, we chain ourselves and we shackle ourselves to ideas of what we think success looks like, what we think the Sun card might look like or embody, right? Which is like, you know, health, wealth, happiness, and fulfillment. It's like, think of when the sunshine is like warming your cheeks. It's like this sensation you can't even describe. But to simplify all of this, like, you know, whatever your scenario is, you need to realize that it doesn't have to be as complicated as you make it, and that you are kind of really involved with making it that much more complicated. Because the Devil card talks about, yes, codependencies and addictions, but you have power. So like the chains, you know, like you see this guy, he's chained to the 4 elements, a wand, a sword, a pentacle, a cup. You don't have to let your emotions get the best of you. You don't have to let your logic completely consume your brains that you can't move. You don't have to let this fire, like I'm trying to build something, but I don't know if it's going to work, energy consume you. And you don't have to let the, you know, just be so fixated on the idea that I have to be wealthy to be happy. All you need is you to be happy. And once you realize that, you'll shine just like this rainbow with all of the colors illuminating it from none other than the sun. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Well, it's very cloudy here, and I hope it's very sunny wherever you are. And again, thank you guys for tuning in. I love you, fishies. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you later because I'm going live tonight. All right, toodles, magoodles.